Dr. Disrespect, a man who needs no introduction. The two-time back-to-back blockbuster 1993-1994 video game champion, the leader of the Slick Daddy Club, the tamer of the deadly Ethiopian caterpillar, a man who towers in at 6 feet 8 inches and has a 39-inch vertical leap, an author, an international video game phenomenon, a whiskey connoisseur, a man who reached the top of the mountain and looked around and said, "We've reached the tippy top, but baby, we're only halfway there." That's right. Today, we are talking about none other than Dr. Disrespect.
Are you listening?
Hey, welcome back, friends. Let's jump straight into today's story, which revolves around Dr. Disrespect, who currently is in Arlington, Texas, at the fantastic esports stadium of Arlington, where he is debuting the upcoming game Deadrop, which currently is being developed by Dr. Disrespect and Midnight Society, and promises to be a vertical extraction shooter game, which will usher in a new age of competitive multiplayer. And for me, what makes this game very interesting is that while Dr. Disrespect is an extremely well-known gamer and streamer, the man behind the doc, Herschel Guy Beam IV, yes, he is royalty, has a history in game development, with Dr. Disrespect having worked as a level designer at Sledgehammer Games, working on maps that were included in Advanced Warfare. And as the two-time shifts his focus towards developing his own game, all of his fans, including myself, are extremely excited to see what he can bring to the table, especially when you consider how vocal Dr. Disrespect has been towards the current gaming landscape.
Holy shit! What a stupid concept, man. Oh, I can't do this game any fucking more! It sucks! This game sucks! This game is literally built for 11-year-old kids. I can't stand it, man. See, if you can't fucking hear anything. I didn't know Phoenix Online did game design classes. It's minus 75% volume, and this is how fucking loud it still is. It's insane. They really want awards, don't they? Game is such a bad spot.
And look, given his experience in game development, Dr. Disrespect's criticisms of games like Call of Duty or Warzone, they carry a certain amount of weight. Doc has been very vocal about the variety of issues that Call of Duty and Warzone have. Issues like weapon balancing, the lack of attention that the developer shows towards the community, and of course, who could forget audio?
It's like you don't fucking hear anything in this game. Guy's jumping up, fucking, he's sprinting in, nothing. Quality of this game is absurd.
And as a fan of first-person shooters, I will be the first to admit his criticisms are valid. I do have to wonder, criticisms like this, what type of expectation does that give his fans when it comes to Deadrop? A game like Deadrop has the potential to be a wicked success, but it is important to point out that Deadrop will be a completely different game than Call of Duty or Warzone. But at the end of the day, it is still a game nonetheless. A game that can have bugs and glitches. So what happens if Doc releases Deadrop and on day one, there's a bunch of glitches, audio issues, weapon balancing issues, or people just cheating in the game? As someone who has been so vocally against issues like this in other games, how does Doc even begin to overcome that? Because the fact is, developing a game is a complex process, and not every issue that a gamer has can be addressed as quickly or as easy as fans might hope. And to fix it, the entire dev team has to figure out a way to solve that issue without making the Jenga tower just completely collapse. And that is the part that fascinates me. Because now, Doc is transitioning from a role of a critic into the role of a creator. Transitioning to the role of a creator, Doc is now opening himself up to some of the harshest and most vicious critics in the world, the internet gaming community. Doc, like any creator before him, is now taking a risk by putting a game like this out there. And while his most loyal fan followers are destined to support this game in droves, any issue runs the chance of tarnishing his image. Now, that being said, with everything we've seen from Deadrop, I don't think that that's going to be the issue. I think that the team at Midnight Society understand that you only have one opportunity to make a first impression with a new franchise. And as someone who has supported Doc by buying his merch, buying his whiskey, I mean, hell, we even have his book here on the table, I find myself proud, but also fascinated by how Doc and Guy are going to knock this game out of the park. Because if this works and Doc's game, from a quality perspective, outperforms Call of Duty, we can now paint Dr. Disrespect as the Thanos of the gaming industry, who looked at the poor state that the industry was in and simply said, fine, I'll do it myself.